at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Jets work their way onto the field, led by the number 3 overall pick in 2018, Sam Darnold. And during the offseason, Darnold was asked where he was looking to improve. He told everybody being more comfortable in the pocket. You look back to the numbers from his rookie campaign, 17 touchdowns and 13 starts. So just imagine what a relaxed and more experienced Darnold might be able to accomplish with a stronger set of receivers now here in 2019. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
53 for Mike. 53 for Mike. Come on.
On second down now, it's Montgomery. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. On 1st and 10, Darnold caught here by Griffin. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. The offensive starters now for the Jets.
And they should come in pretty well rested because they had their open week last week. Ideally, all teams want to have that open week later in the year rather than this early. But you make do with what they give you. So you take the time off, rest up, heal up, and come in ready to play.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Playing in his 11th season in the NFL is defensive back Malcolm Jenkins, who entered with the New Orleans Saints as a cornerback before shifting back to safety, where he's had his best years. Terrific football IQ, tremendous tackler, can also guard receivers in the slot.
Here's Darnold. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. The result there is the offense is going to come back on the field. A first down as they get 12 on the fake punt. On first down, it's Powell. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This is taken at his 4. Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here come the Eagles under fourth-year head coach Doug Peterson as we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they're facing a very tough 3rd and 11. And he connects with Ertz. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tremaine Johnson could not be contained on the corner blitz. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Right here, right here.
Throwing now is Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
57, Mike 57. That's right, man.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 and 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
And he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Wentz now on first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Wentz going to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, with the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. They begin with a carry for Powell. Nigel Bradham brings him down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. On first down, Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Again, Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To the air again, Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Darnold on 3rd down. Caught by Montgomery. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 2nd and 1, Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back to throw, Darnold. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Darnold now to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much.
Due to time constraints, from the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright.
Here we go. 120!
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Sproles. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Done. 280!
Trip. You got 3. It's a gain of 9. Brings up
On 2nd and a yard. Wentz. Got a man open. open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Open man is Robbie Anderson. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A quick pass out to Aguilar. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first, they go right back to Howard. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Back to throw. Wentz. Aguilar has it. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Now Howard. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. So here we go, Charles. 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
That's caught by Jackson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. So you didn't think they should throw. I didn't either, but they take the chance anyway, and that might just seal the ball game.
And they know their team better than I do, obviously.
And me.
Knew when to take their chance, and they made it pay off. They'll finish that one off with a nice thump to the chest for a well-executed call.
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring.